what is market research? Like we have this session, and I guess you have some idea or a little bit idea of what market research is. Now, before moving onwards or before starting anything, I want to hear from you guys. What is market research for you? Like, what do you interpret when you hear the word market research? And say anything, whatever you feel like or whatever you think it is. Yeah, it is two simple English terms, like market and research. So, what do you prefer, like, mean by this thing in your perspective right now? Anyone?
Probably, moreover, it's about the research doing on a basic target market or something.
Can you please say your name?
Hello, sir, I'm Devansh.
Yeah, good, Devash, yeah, right. Yeah, thank you for saying. Also, anyone else? Anything, whatever you think, okay, these are two simple English words. So, okay, you, none of, other than Devansh, no one is there who have any idea about market, what market research is? Okay, yeah. So, John is there. And, yes, John, it is one of the aspects of the market research, analyzing what's going in the market, the trends in the market. Yeah, good. Anyone else? Good. I guess, yes. Yeah, please.
It's an research targeted to customer.
Can you please repeat it again? Can you please
Like
repeat?
it is targeted to the customer. So
Yes.
it's a research, it is targeted to the customer.
Yeah, nice. What's your name?
Megan, sir.
Megan. Yeah, awesome, Megan. So yes, what like Devash, Megan, and John said, and one more, we have one more answer. Knowing what the current status of the market. Yes, yes, Shinsha. So more or less, in simple words, it's just about understanding the market, whichever market it is. Like it can be any of this. It's just about understanding the market. If you want to do anything, if you want to launch a product, if you want to do any survey, anything, you have to have some idea about what's there in the market and how you can proceed it. So, in simple words, it's the understanding about the market. That's it. It includes the trends, the past thing, what is the future predictions, everything, right? Everything it has. So, what are the prerequisites for doing a market research? So, there are three main things. The first is, I would say, is the common sense. The reason why I'm saying this, because market research is not a very complicated thing. The words are pretty simple, right? It's very straightforward English, simple words, and it is not at all complicated. It's how we are doing it makes the thing complicated. So if we use the common sense and if we actually know, okay, what we are trying to do and what is the purpose of this thing, then I would say 50% of the task is solved. So the first thing which is required for doing a market research, any kind of market research in any market, is the common sense, right? The second is why. As I mentioned, you should know why you are doing this thing. It can't be just like out of fun you are doing. Like if you are just doing out of fun, you wouldn't be able to do it accurately. And over there, you will be just wasting your time juggling here and there between informations, right? So you should know why you are doing this thing. What is the purpose of doing this thing, doing this market research? And the last is what you are trying to get out of this thing. So, for example, if I take example of a startup, so our startup is in the travel segment, right? So I want to understand you can say how the OTA prices are there, right? So how the prices affects according to the season. So when there's a holiday season, how the prices of the air ticket are, and when there's a sort of normal like in the normal days. So this is the thing which I want to do. But why I'm doing this thing? I'm doing this thing because I have a startup and I want to know how the other players are doing. And what is the purpose of doing this thing? Is because I want to make a services and I want to market my services in such way that I can compete with them. Now, we know the prerequisites. What's the step? So the first step is understanding. So as I mentioned, you are required to understand what is the market is about, right? You can't just jump into the market without understanding. So for example, if I just tell you, you have to do a survey about airport business, and you have no idea about what airports are, what airport business is, how they work, how they do it. You can't do the right. You can't do the research, right? So first thing is you have to understand the market in which you are trying to do the research. The second is you have to make a plan how you are gonna do the survey or do the market research. So it can be a survey based, it can be based on the analyzing the existing data that all we will cover in the next slides. But yeah, once you understand okay your market, what is the market, then you have to plan what how the market research you will be carrying on, because it can't be random, right? You have some special purpose or particular purpose for doing this market research, then only you are doing this thing. So you should have a plan also. So now you understood. Now you have plan. The last step is execution. To execute, or I would say to interpret whatever you have got, whatever information you have got from this two particular segment. So these three steps concludes the market research. You know, you understood the market. You have a proper plan. Okay, how you are gonna carry it. Now you are executing it, right? So these are the three key steps before doing a market research.